Hello, and welcome to our 33rd episode of Scripture in a Year, hosted by Saints Peter and Paul Orthodox Church in the Albanian Archdiocese of the OCA. Today's reading is taken from Numbers chapters 9 to 12. Now the Lord spoke to Moses in the Sinai desert in the first month of the second year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, saying, "Speak and let the children of Israel keep Pascha at its appointed time. On the 14th day of this month, at eventide, you shall keep it at its appointed time. According to its rule and practice you shall keep it." So Moses told the children of Israel to keep Pascha. Thus they kept Pascha beginning on the 14th day of the first month in the Sinai desert, as the Lord commanded Moses. So the children of Israel did. Now there were men who were unclean on account of a dead man, and so were unable to keep Pascha on that day. Therefore they came before Moses and Aaron that day. So those men said to him, "We are unclean on account of a dead man. Why then are we prevented from presenting the Lord's gift at its appointed time among the children of Israel?" Moses then said to them, "Stand here, and I will hear what the Lord commands concerning you." Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, saying, if any one of you becomes unclean on account of a dead man, or is on a distant journey, or is among your families, he shall keep the Lord's Pascha. On the 14th day of the second month at eventide they shall keep it. They shall eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. They shall leave none of it until morning, nor break one of its bones. According to all the rule of Pascha they shall keep it. But the man who is clean and is not on a distant journey, but fails to keep Pascha, that soul shall be utterly destroyed from among his people, because he did not bring his gift to the Lord at its appointed time. That man shall bear his guilt. But if a resident alien dwells with you in your land, he shall also keep the Lord's Pascha according to the rule and regulation of Pascha. You shall have one rule, both for the resident alien and for the native of the land. Now on the day the tabernacle was raised up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, the house of testimony. From eventide until morning, it was on the tabernacle, like the form of fire. So it was always, the cloud covered it by day, and the form of fire by night. Whenever the cloud ascended from the tabernacle, after that the children of Israel broke camp, and in the place where the cloud stood, there the children of Israel made camp. At the command of the Lord, the children of Israel would make camp, and at the command of the Lord they would break camp. All the days the cloud overshadowed the tabernacle, the children of Israel would encamp. Even when the cloud would continue many days on the tabernacle, the children of Israel would obey God's orders and not break camp. So it would be, whenever the cloud would overshadow the tabernacle a number of days, at the voice of the Lord they would encamp, and at the command of the Lord they would break camp. So it would be, when the cloud would continue from eventide until morning, and the cloud would ascend in the morning, then they would break camp. And if the cloud would continue a day or a night, or a month, or an abundance of days overshadowing it, the children of Israel would encamp and not break camp. At the command of the Lord they would break camp, and at the command of the Lord by the hand of Moses they would obey the Lord's orders. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Make 2 silver trumpets for yourself. You shall make them of hammered work. You shall use them to call the congregation and to break the camps. You shall blow the trumpets among them, and all the congregation shall be gathered at the door of the tabernacle of testimony. But if they blow one trumpet, all the head rulers, the heads of the divisions of Israel, shall gather to you. Then you shall blow the trumpet signal, and the camps camping on the east side shall break camp. Again you shall blow the trumpet signal a second time, and the camps camping on the south side shall break camp. And you shall blow the trumpet signal a third time, and the camps camping on the west side shall break camp. And you shall blow the trumpet signal a fourth time, and the camps camping on the north side shall break camp. Then they shall blow the trumpet signal when they break camp. Then when you have gathered the congregation together, you shall blow the trumpet, but not the trumpet signal. The sons of Aaron the priest shall blow the trumpets, and this shall be your custom perpetually throughout your generations. If you should go to war in your land against the enemy who oppresses you, You shall sound the trumpet signal, and you will be remembered before the Lord, and you will be saved from your enemies. Also, in the days of your gladness and in your feasts, and at the beginning of your months, you shall blow the trumpets over your whole burnt offerings and the sacrifices of your peace offerings, and they shall be a remembrance for you before your God. I am the Lord your God. Now it came to pass on the 20th day of the second month of the second year that the cloud ascended from the tabernacle of the testimony. Then the children of Israel broke camp with their household goods in the Sinai desert, and the cloud stood in the desert of Paran. So the first ones broke camp at the Lord's voice by the hand of Moses. The division of the camp of the children of Judah was the first to break camp with their army, and over their army was Nahshon, the son of Amminadab. Over the army of the tribe of the children of Issachar was Nathanael, the son of Zuar. Over the army of the tribe of the children of Zebulun was Eliab, the son of Helon. Then the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari took down the tabernacle and broke camp, carrying the tabernacle. After this, the division of the camp of Reuben broke camp with their army, and over their army was Eleazar, the son of Shedeir. Over the army of the tribe of the children of Simeon was Shelumiel, the son of Zurishaddai. Over the army of the tribe of the children of Gad was Eliasaph, the son of Deuel. The sons of Kohath broke camp, carrying the holy things, and they would set up the tabernacle before their arrival. After this, the division of the camp of the children of Ephraim broke camp with their army, and over the army was Elishama, the son of Ammihud. Over the army of the tribe of the children of Manasseh was Gamaliel, the son of Pedahzur. Over the army of the tribe of the children of Benjamin was Abidan, the son of Gideoni. Then the division of the camp of the children of Dan, the last of all the camps with their army, broke camp, and over their army was Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai. Over the army of the tribe of the children of Asher was Pagiel, the son of Ochran. Over the army of the tribe of the children of Naphtali was Ahira, the son of Enan. These were the armies of the children of Israel, and they broke camp with their army. Now Moses said to Hobab, the son of Reuel, the Midianite, Moses' father-in-law, "We are breaking camp for the place the Lord spoke of, saying, 'I will give it to you. Come with us, and we will treat you well.' For the Lord spoke good things concerning Israel. However, he said to him, 'I will not go, but I will depart to my land and to my relatives.' But he replied, 'Do not leave us, because you were here with us in the desert, and you would be an elder among us. It would also be, if you should go with us, that the good things whatsoever the Lord will do for us, the same we will do for you.' So they broke camp at the mountain of the Lord for a journey of 3 days, and the ark of the covenant of the Lord went before them for 3 days' journey, to search out a resting place for them. Now it came to pass that when they broke camp with the ark, Moses said, 'Rise up, O Lord, let your enemies be scattered, and let all who hate you flee.' And when the ark rested, he said, 'Return, O Lord, to the many thousands in Israel.' The cloud also overshadowed them by day when they broke camp. Now the people were grumbling evilly before the Lord, and the Lord heard them and was provoked to anger. So the fire of the Lord burned among them and utterly destroyed part of the camp. Then the people cried out to Moses, and Moses prayed to the Lord, and the fire was quenched. So he called the name of the place Burning, because fire from the Lord burned among them. Now the mixed multitude among them hungered exceedingly, and sitting down the children of Israel were also weeping, and said, 'Who will give us meat to eat? We remember the fish we ate freely in Egypt, and the cucumbers, the melons, the leeks, the onions, and the garlic. But now our soul is dried up. There is nothing before our eyes except this manna.' Now the manna is like coriander seed, and its form is like the form of ice pellets. The people would go about and gather it, and grind it on millstones, or beat it in the mortar, then cook it in pots, and make cakes of it. And its flavor was like the taste of a pastry, prepared with oil and honey. And when the dew descended on the camp in the night, the manna descended upon it. Then Moses heard the people weeping throughout their tribes, every one at his door, and the anger of the Lord was greatly aroused. Moses also was displeased. So Moses said to the Lord, "Why have you maltreated your servant? Why have I not found grace in your sight, that you lay the wrath of this people on me? Did I conceive all these people? Did I beget them, that you should say to me, 'Carry them in your bosom as a guardian carries a nursing child'? To the land you swore to their fathers? Where am I to get meat to give to all these people? For they weep all over me, saying, 'Give us meat that we may eat.' I am not able to bear this people alone, because the burden is too heavy for me. If you treat me like this, kill me, here and now, if I find mercy in your sight, and do not let me see my maltreatment." So the Lord said to Moses, "Gather to me 70 men from the elders of Israel, whom you yourself know to be the elders of the people and officers over them. Bring them to the tabernacle of testimony, so they may stand there with you. Then I will descend and talk with you there. I will take of the Spirit upon you and put him upon them, and they shall help you bear the wrath of the people, that you yourself may not bear them alone. Then you shall say to the people, 'Sanctify yourselves for tomorrow, and you shall eat meat. For you have wept before the Lord, saying, Who will give us meat to eat? For it was well with us in Egypt. Therefore the Lord will give you meat to eat, and you shall eat. You shall eat not 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, nor 10 days, nor 20 days, but for a whole month you shall eat, until it comes out of your nostrils and becomes loathsome to you, because you disobeyed the Lord who is among you, and have wept before him, saying, Why did we ever come up out of Egypt?' Then Moses said, 'The people I am among are 600,000 men on foot. Yet you are saying, I will give them meat so they may eat for a whole month. Shall sheep and oxen be slaughtered for them, to provide enough for them? Or shall all the fish of the sea be gathered together for them, to provide enough for them?' And the Lord said to Moses, 'Is the Lord's hand unable to provide for them? Now you shall know whether or not my word will overtake you.' So Moses went out and told the people the words of the Lord, and he gathered the 70 men of the elders of the people and placed them around the tabernacle. Then the Lord descended in the cloud and spoke to him, and took the Spirit upon him, and put him upon the 70 men of the elders. And when the Spirit rested upon them, they prophesied, although they never did so again. But 2 men remained in the camp. The name of one was Eldad, and the name of the other Medad. And the Spirit rested upon them. Now they were among those registered, but had not come to the tabernacle, yet they prophesied in the camp. So a young man ran and told Moses, and said, Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp. Then Joshua the son of Nun, who was near Moses, one of the choice men, answered and said, Lord Moses, forbid them. Then Moses said to him, Are you jealous for my sake? Would that all the Lord's people might be prophets, when the Lord would put his Spirit upon them. So Moses returned to camp, both he and the elders of Israel. Now a wind went out from the Lord, and brought birds from the sea that migrate together with quail, and cast them upon the camp, about a day's journey on this side, and about a day's journey on the other side, all around the camp, and about 2 cubits above the surface of the ground. Then the people stayed up all that day, all night, and all the next day, and gathered the birds. He who gathered least gathered 10 cores. And they spread the meat out to dry for themselves all around the camp. But while the meat was still between their teeth, before it was chewed, the Lord's anger was aroused against the people, and the Lord struck the people with a very great plague. So he called the name of that place Graves of Lust, because there they buried the people who lusted. Then the people broke camp to go to Hazeroth, and they camped at Hazeroth. Now Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman who he married, for he married an Ethiopian woman. So they said, Has the Lord indeed spoken only through Moses? Has he not spoken through us also? But the Lord heard it. Now the man Moses was very meek, more than all men on the face of the earth. Suddenly the Lord said to Moses, Aaron, and Miriam, Come out, you 3, to the tabernacle of testimony. So the 3 came out to the tabernacle of testimony. Then the Lord descended in the pillar of cloud and stood upon the door of the tabernacle of testimony. And the Lord descended in the pillar of cloud and stood upon the door of the tabernacle of testimony. And he called Aaron and Miriam, and both went forward. Then he said, Hear now my words. Should a prophet of yours belong to the Lord, I would make myself known to him in a vision. I would speak to him in a dream. Not so with my servant Moses. He is faithful in all my house. I speak with him face to face, even in visible form, and not in obscure sayings. And he saw the Lord's glory. Why then were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? So the Lord's anger was aroused against them, and he departed. But when the cloud departed from the tabernacle, suddenly Miriam became leprous, as white as snow. Then Aaron turned toward Miriam, and there she was, a leper. So Aaron said to Moses, O my Lord, I beg you, do not lay an extra charge of sin on us, because we were ignorant, and did not know we sinned. Do not let her be as one dead, like a miscarriage with its flesh half consumed. So Moses cried out to the Lord, saying, Heal her, I beg you, O God. Then the Lord said to Moses, If her father had but spit in her face, would she not be shamed 7 days? Let her be shut out of the camp 7 days, and afterward let her enter. So Miriam was shut out of the camp 7 days, and the people did not break camp until Miriam was cleansed. After this, the people broke camp at Hazeroth and camped in the desert of Paran. Here ends the reading for today.